Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Should we talk about the cleaning? We've got another housework reset video for you today. I am absolutely loving doing these series. I felt a little bit detached. That's too much of a strong word, but it's very easy to kind of get caught up in the day-to-day running of the app and everything else, recording the Tom Rock sessions. So just being able to get back out there, do what I love doing the most, which is helping people to get a handle on the housework so that they can get on with the most important things. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. If you want to join in and you want to take part in a housework reset episode, then all of the instructions about how to apply to do that will be at the end of this video and also in the description. So shall we get going? This episode, we are spending some time with Georgia. Georgia contacted me a while ago now. She's got a young family and they are just about to move out of rented into their very first home together. And she wanted to make sure that she was developing or cementing good housekeeping habits so that her and her family could keep on top of their new house that they are very excited to be moving into. So let's meet Georgia. You mentioned in your video that you sent in that you are in the process of moving.
Yes.
So whereabouts are you in the process of that?
It is going ahead, but I don't know.
Don't want to jinx it. Let's not jinx it. Okay, so potentially then, all being well, you've got a couple of months left, would you say, in where you currently are?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the plan then getting yourself into a routine prior new house?
Yeah, definitely. So we moved a few months after having Dottie. So we were in a 2-bed flat in London, which obviously is a certain size, certain square footage. And now we're in kind of a two up, two down terrace with another room in the loft, more space to clean than we used to, plus a baby that's more messy because she wasn't really moving around when we were still in London. The house that we're in now just kind of feels like it just is a bit dirty or a bit old and not very cared for. I kind of like, is that clean or is that not? Because I've just cleaned it.
So where you are feels a bit tired and you're kind of in that situation where it doesn't maybe look like you've done anything.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And then moving to the new house, hopefully that will be a little bit bigger again, kind of because we're not in a great routine at the moment. And I think maybe struggled would be too strong a word, but we haven't quite got our heads around the fact that there's a whole house to clean now as opposed to a flat. The fact that we're then moving to a bigger house, it's not massive, but a slightly bigger house. I'm a little bit worried that I'm not going to be keeping on top of it because we're not doing that now.
And am I remembering this correctly as well, that you said you were about to start a master's?
Yeah, so I've started doing that now. So I've done the first 2 weeks. Okay. So that's taking up time in the evenings.
Right, so you're busy.
Yeah.
What is your main stumbling block?
I think it's my main stumbling block with everything. I am a little bit of a perfectionist, so I come up with grand ideas, and then actually when it comes to it, I lack the motivation or the discipline. I don't know, whatever it is to actually. Or
maybe you just exhausted yourself in the planning process, and then when it actually comes to doing it, you're just like, I can't bother now. I'm going to come up with another plan. Is there any room that you just hate cleaning at the moment?
I think bathroom is the worst. Doing the bathroom was always my job that I had to do at the weekend as a child, and now I don't want to do it anymore.
I don't think I would trust my kids to do the bathroom.
I don't think my parents should have trusted me and my brother to be there, but they did.
How are you sort of managing it at the moment? Are you following Tom? Have you tried Tom? Did it not work? Is it a good idea in principle? But
I have Tom Rocks and I enjoy that. Earlier this week I did one of the reset clean, so just whizzed around the house because work was a bit quiet. I had the time to do that, and that made me feel better, just knowing that I'd done something in every room and I'd sort of got it back to a level where I thought, okay, sometimes I kind of have grand ideas of doing 30 minutes lunch, but then if my lunch break gets squeezed, I don't tend to have the motivation. And then if it doesn't get done Monday to Wednesday when I'm at work, then kind of the rest of the week can go by.
It unravels. Right, okay. It feels then that nailing that beginning of the week set a good foundation.
Yeah.
And even if it all does unravel, at least you've done something. Yeah. We need to sort of think about how to squeeze it in without completely overwhelming you, because I'm feeling like you're going to have a lot on your plate. You already have. Then you're going to be moving house. After we had our chat, I went away and I made myself a really big cup of coffee because Georgia is clearly busy. She has got a lot on her plate. Moving home is stressful in itself, but just starting studying, working, and also looking after a young family, there is a lot going on. When she described her working patterns to me, they're very the start of the week is quite intense. There's a lot going on at the start of the week. So I didn't really want to overwhelm her. I wanted her to start the weeks off strong. So I sent her a couple of options. I'm going to pop them here. You can pause to have a little look and see what they entailed. I also knew that she didn't really like doing the bathrooms. So I had her in the bathroom on a daily basis, just giving the toilet a little bit of a wipe down. But I also gave her a dedicated bathroom day as well, just so that bathroom didn't feel like a big job that she had to do on a daily basis. The other thing that I did with the Friday Focus is, instead of doing a deep clean, similar to what we did with Becky, we are doing a declutter, because obviously they're going to be moving soon. And the less stuff you take to your new house, the easier it is going to be to keep on top of. Why? Because you can't clean clutter. So on Fridays, following the Tom schedule, but instead of a deep clean in that room, a declutter. So shall we see how she got on?
This is the first installment of my video diary, because earlier today, when all our family was here in our tiny front room, this massive box arrived. My husband struggled to get it in the front door and said, "What have you ordered?" And I said, "I don't think I've ordered anything." Dry soon drying pod, because we don't have a tumble dryer. And something that I did ask for, a feather duster. So thank you, Gemma, to get all the cobwebs from my high terrace ceiling. This, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get going right now. It is Monday morning and I have started my new plan. Gemma sent me 2 versions yesterday, and I had a look at both of them, and I decided to go for the slightly more intense one. Start the week strong. I've done a quick wipe clean of the bathroom. Just when I was getting ready this morning, just did it in like 2 minutes. That felt good to get started with something so small, but something that I wouldn't normally do. I wouldn't normally be like, yes, I really want to touch the bathroom this morning.
While some laundry is going on in the background, I really want to pick up on that small but very, very important point. Even a tiny job like a quick 90-second wipe down of the bathroom is a positive action that is going to start your day off on the right foot.
And it is lunchtime and I've just finished doing a quick living room clean. It feels good to be kind of getting through different rooms rather than just keeping the washing at bay. Morning, it is Wednesday. When I got ready for the day, I did the quick bathroom wipe down that is slowly like becoming part of my routine. I was like, oh, I don't want to do it today, and I was like, no, it'll take me 90 seconds. I feel like things are becoming a bit more routine. Reese and I know what needs doing and when it needs doing, so we can help each other out. We've had a good start to the week. The house is looking good. The plan is for me and Reese to kind of share the cleaning out on Fridays and Sundays, because they're both days that we have at home with each other, like neither of us are working on those days. I'm doing the bulk of the cleaning, if not all of it today, although Reese did already put the washing away, so he did that. But I'm doing the bulk of the rest of it today because he's taken Dottie to a baby group this morning, which is great. So we kind of said we will take turns doing that, and the other one will crack on with some stuff while they're at home. I think Dottie's teething or something, because we had a really bad night last night. I was up with her a lot, so this morning I said to Reese, please can you do the baby group and I'll do the cleaning, because I would like some separation from this child who I love but who deprived me of much sleep last night. So yes, that's why I'm doing the bulk of it today, but the plan is that it will kind of just ebb and flow and we'll just figure it out between us. But the key thing is that previously we've kind of tried to do all the cleaning sort of together, which just doesn't really work, and like it takes up a lot of the day just like doing nothing and just sitting at home while one of us is like doing stuff, and it just is a weird division of labour that doesn't really work and doesn't really help us to like enjoy our Fridays together, because they're a good day to have off together, because lots of other people are in work or in school, so it's a good day to go and do fun things. So the idea is that we'll just kind of crack on in the morning, one of us be with Dottie, go do something fun, have some quality time, but the other one crack on, and then we can all enjoy a bit more quality time later on in the day.
This is another really important point that I want to pick up on, which is making the routine suit you. We've all got different lifestyles, different ebbs and flows, so finding out how you can fit Tom to suit you, your life and your house.
Excuse my very noisy child, but we've just done our declutter of the living room, and we've got 2 I've got some stuff to give away and sell. I've gone on Zifit. We can make £29 from the books that they'll take, so that's great. We're going to see if CEX will take our old Nintendo Wii as well, because we don't use that. And I'll show you our bookcase, which is looking significantly sparser. So that was all full. So yeah, good Friday morning declutter. And it's nice to start in the front room where we can really see the difference, like every day and every time we walk in the house. So yeah, me and my husband had a chat about how it's going today, and we both agreed it's working really well. Even just doing these videos this week has helped me stay accountable, so that I've done it, I've stuck to it for a few days. We have made a couple tweaks, but I've largely stuck to the plan that Gemma set out. And so I've really seen like, oh, okay, this works. Whereas I feel like normally I probably would have not quite stuck to it. And stuff's been going on. It's been a busy week with stuff happening with our family, and also like me going to London on Tuesday, which I don't normally do, but we've still been able to keep the house clean and keep the house kind of functioning really well. It shows that this does work for us. So I'm feeling very positive. Yeah, feeling really positive and accomplished at the end of a long week.
Whilst Georgia is wrapping up her week, and before we check in with her, I think you will join me, will be like, well done. It is really hard sometimes to start creating a new habit, but I think she's done really, really well. And hopefully by the time she moves, that habit will have cemented.
I don't know why I couldn't figure it out in my brain before.
You're not the first person to say it's a weird phenomenon.
The accountability of doing the videos in the first week really helped me to like stick to it and see through a full week. I guess keeping on top of the sink and the toilet every day meant that then when I went back in there to do the proper clean, it felt like that didn't need to be done so much, and I could really like focus my mind on the shower and the bath, which just doesn't get done very often and has kind of been a bit of a mental block.
So you're using your sort of focus time to declutter and get ready for the potential move, so that you're moving less to the new place, which hopefully when you get there it will help you kickstart creating those good habits. So do you think, because a lot of people say, oh my god, it's it's just the housework, it's just whatever, it's not that. Have you felt like having some sort of routine with the housework and the cleaning has had a knock-on effect in any other aspects? Like you said, like on the Thursday when you were dusty, you just kind of felt a little bit, okay, I don't need to worry or be sort of looking over there thinking I need to do that. Has it had positive effects elsewhere, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, because I'm always like, I think I'm quite a perfectionist person, and there's always something else that I want to do. And like, interestingly, as soon as I started the video diaries last week and started cleaning, I was like, oh, like I feel productive, I feel good, like I wanna exercise, like I wanna like figure out how to like fit that into my routine, and like that's something that I've like, I think probably for a lot of people, for a lot of women, it's like something that you're like, oh, I should do that, but I never really like make it a habit sort of thing. And it was just that, like, okay, I know the house is okay, I know I don't need to like devote lots of like mental space to figuring that out and feeling bad that that's not as it should be. Like I can do the next thing, which sounds a bit, I don't know if I like the way that my brain works in that way, but it was interesting to me. I was like, I want to tackle the next thing.
That is like really interesting, and I think that is something that people who we say all the time, like I say all the time, there's more to life than housework, and that's exactly what I mean. Like if you can find a way of finding some sort of strategy to make sure, because we've all got to do it, we've all got to do housework. I mean, even people that have cleaners still have to do housework. People clean and tidy up before their cleaner comes. That we've all got to do some type of housework. And it's boring. Nobody really likes doing it. And it's a thankless task because you do it and then the next day there's more to do, right? So if you can think of a strategy to, like you say, just get that off your mental load, it does free up headspace. And it's remarkable, really. It frees up headspace for you to start thinking about other things and other ways that you can improve in other areas. And, if you are the sort of person that thrives off seeing progress and that sort of thing, then
Yeah.
it can be really a really good way to start, just by hooking in and going, right, I'm going to get the cleaning ticked in terms of, like, I know what I'm doing. I know that on a Thursday I don't have to be stressing about it because it's already taken care of elsewhere in the week. I've got a plan. So if you were to, like, so obviously anyone watching this and sort of thinking, oh, I want to start, but I don't know where to start, like, what advice would you give them?
I would say don't worry too much about doing the exact, like, 15 minutes for level ones, 30 minutes for level twos. Like, you don't want it to take longer than that, but it doesn't need to take that full amount of time. Like, you're still cleaning your house, even if you're just doing it for 5 minutes. It doesn't need to be 30 minutes to count. And yeah, like, don't be afraid to change it around to suit you and to suit your schedule and your lifestyle and what your family's like.
It was an absolute pleasure to work with Georgia, and it is just so lovely, like I said right at the start, just to see how much Tom helps people, how we can tweak it, how you can make it work for you. And I think the key takeaway to this episode is exactly what Georgia said when we were wrapping up there, is that, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad if you can't do a full 30 minutes. Life happens, life is busy, things get in the way. And I think very often as humans, we can feel like we failed potentially if we haven't done 30 minutes of something, or if we haven't done something to completion, when really just doing something at all is one of the most important things when you're trying to create a habit. So by doing something small, no matter how small, 5, 10, 15 minutes on a regular basis, is really going to help you cement that habit, rather than waiting until you get the perfect time, because there's never a perfect time to start. So if you're thinking about joining Tom, if you're thinking about giving it a go, then don't forget, you can head over to theorganizedmum.com, and all of this information will be in the description below. And you can get the free printouts that is basically the whole of the Tom method sent straight to your inbox. If you try it, you decide you like it, then you can download the Organised Mum app. That's available on both iOS and Android. And then you can tweak and alter the Tom method to suit you and your family, just like we did with Georgia. And if you need a little bit of extra hand holding, then you can always subscribe to the Tom Rock sessions. They're part of the app. It's £3.59 a month. You get a 7-day free trial. I will walk you through a clean. If you've never tried a guided clean before, and you're one of those people that needs a little bit of extra motivation, then they could be a game changer for you. And of course, if you would like to take part in an episode of the Housework Reset, then all of the information will be in the description below. Just send Zoe an email on contact@theorganizedmum.com with either a brief, like 60 seconds, no more than that, video of why you need some help, or a brief description, and we will be back in touch. And until we speak about cleaning again, don't forget, there is actually more to life than housework. Bye.